Zipporah, Gitau. I look after group risk and compliance. And this hits my 20th year. I joined the bank on 3rd of July 2003. So I just celebrated my 20th year. It's quite interesting, I would say, how I joined the bank. I was a student then. And then just walking around town, I would say, and then I see this wonderful building and I see I&M Bank. So something just told me, walk in, and then I go to the reception. And then I tell the receptionist, who was very accommodating, and I asked her, I'd like to see the CEO. And then she was like, do you have an appointment? I said, no. Does he know that you're here? Then for some reason, she just told me, where the CEO doesn't sit in this building, he sits at the Upper Hill office. But we have the deputy CEO. Knock on my side. She was like, okay, he's here, you can see him. And then I walk in. He just looks at me and is like, young girl, what can I do for you? And I was like, I'm looking for a job. He tells me, have a seat. We started just talking in general, and luckily I knew a bit of banking. And then what he did, he told me, on such and such a date, we are conducting interviews. Just come and try your luck at second go. And I went for the interview, I met the CEO, and that is how my journey in I&M started. Risk and compliance largely means that the bank remains resilient. Shareholder value is protected, customer interests are taken care of, as well as our interest as staff. Risk is very dynamic. We remain up to date. We have to keep on thinking of innovative ideas of managing risk, enhancing our capacity, our knowledge, not only at risk management, but even looking at the bank, the staff, the senior management, just understanding their entire risk environment, and risk being part of the process, right from strategic setting, objective setting, aligning our strategic initiatives to what risk is all about. The culture has been very accommodative in terms of giving me in particular, and I believe those who've been with me for the last 20 years have seen quite a lot of evolved changes in the culture, but it has remained very focused in terms of supporting staff. That's what I would say, in terms of career, in terms of opportunities. The structure we've taken is developing what we call group minimum standards. For example, if it's market risk, for example. So what we do, we come up with a group minimum standard, which is a policy document guiding the entire group, including I&M Kenya, on how we are going to manage our risks, how we are going to assess, report our risks. So that becomes like the principal document. And then all subsidiaries, that is including I&M Kenya, is to look at it, come up now with their own unique document, subject to being in compliance with that principal document. But of course, they have to consider what their regulation says. When we talk about inclusion, it's actually your effort. You'll be given the similar opportunity to head whatever you need to head. I've not seen any in terms of discrimination. If you can deliver, it doesn't matter. You get the position.